देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चादेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे Hare Krishna, Mataji's and Prabhuji's. It's great honor to speak about pastimes of Krishna in the month of Kartik, right? In Sanatana Goswami, in Haribhakta Vilasa, writes that people who study Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita in the month of Kartik, and punarjanmana vindate, they won't get the next birth again just by listening Bhagavatam Bhagavad Gita in the month of Kartik. That is from the Haribhakta Vilas by Sanatana Goswami. Hmm? So Goswamis are confirming that fact that when we take these actions in the month of Kartik, then we cannot come back to this material world again, right? And we have seen different pastimes in the month of Kartik, right? What is the first activity took place in the month of Kartik? Ras Leela, right? On the Rasa Purnima day, Ras Leela. On the Vamshi Bhat, Krishna plays his flute. By hearing the sound of his flute, all the gopis, that's a midnight 12 o'clock, all the gopis comes running by hearing just Krishna's flute, right? And when everybody runs, comes, then Krishna says, "Oh, gopis, you have violated your dharma, being a wife, being a mother, being a daughter-in-law, etc., etc. Please go back. Go back. You are not supposed to come." Then what Gopi says? My dear Krishna, there is nothing more than in this world other than you. We don't care what happens to us, but we could not resist when you play your flute. So that means there's a devotion that is the what you call unflinching faith in Krishna's devotion. These gopis play, and Prabhupada writes the first class devotion is from the gopis of Vrindavan. There's a first class devotion. Okay, why first class devotion? Because they do on the basis of ayatviki apratihata. No, what is that? No unconditional, unmotivated love they have for Krishna, right? Then we have seen happening next is like appearance of the Radha Kund, Bahulastami. Okay, we all know the story how Radha Kund appeared. Then we have on Deepavali day, the Diwali day that mother binds Krishna, right? That is Damodar Leela. Hmm? And Damodar Leela gives three significant aspects. One is how supremacy of bhakti, Mother Yashoda could tie Krishna, the bhakti. Yashoda. Yash means who brings the fame to Mother Yashoda. And there's a 1 month celebration. Krishna gives Mother Yashoda such a um, beautiful prayers. Then the supremacy of bhakti, how Mother Yashoda could tie Krishna with the devotion that she develops, Vatsalya Bhav. And also that not just depends upon the sadhaka's endeavor, also mercy has to come from Krishna, 2 inches less, right? One is endeavorment, second one is mercy of Krishna. So when seeing mother's struggle to tie him, to catch him, and when mother was perspiring and her malti flowers are falling from the hair, to loosen her hair so that her weight becomes less, etc. Those details, Mother Yashoda was finally given mercy of Krishna. When Krishna see that Mother Yashoda perspiring, when the pasina, sweat is coming, the depth of sweat falls on the body of Krishna. At that point, Krishna thinks, no, I don't want my mother to struggle so much. Okay? That's how where Krishna was bound. So Krishna sees our prayers, our endeavorment to achieve Krishna in our lives through chanting, through services. We can also bind Krishna, that Mother Yashoda bound it. Third one is like Narada Muni, how a few devotee words Krishna respects. Because Narada Muni said that the two sons of Nalakuvera, the Kuvera, Nalakuvera and Manigriva, they have been doing all nasty things just by the mercy, first Curse came from Narada Muni. He was standing without any clothes. He chastised them to become a trees in the court of Nanda Maharaj. But later, immediately, a Parama Vaishnava, the the chastisement also comes with a benediction. They said, I gave chastisement to you, but also a boon I will give, that you both will be delivered by the Krishna in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj. And because Narada Muni said so, Krishna bound to come and deliver them. It's not the piety of those two folks, it's a few devotees' words. How Krishna honors few devotees' words. For example, in the Prahlad Charitra, Prahlad Maharaj was put into so many tribulations, so many exams. He was thrown into snakes, he was thrown in from the hills, etc., etc., by his father Hiranyakashipu. But Prahlad Maharaj had unflinching faith in Krishna's presence, unflinching faith. Wherever you see, he says, Indu Galadan Andulayandu Sandehambu Valadu. Endendu Vetikina Andande Kaladu Hari. So, in Telugu, so it means that there is a Krishna in every aspect. That's also confirmed in Brahma Samhita. Andantarastu paramanu chayantarastam govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. Govinda is there in every atom. That was proved by Parikshit Prahlad Maharaj when his dad said, can you show me your daddy in this pillar? He said, yes, he is there in the pillar. Because Prahlad Maharaj said he is there, Krishna has to fulfill the few devotees' desires. Maharaj Narasimha Bhagavan came, he was residing in the pillar. When he broke the pillar, he came and killed Hiranyakashipu. It means the few devotees' words have how much faith. Few devotees have a effect on the God's mind. Normal people words have a effect on the normal people, whereas few devotees' words like Narada Muni, Prahlad Maharaj, they have effect on the God's mind. They can able to change the God's mind also. That means that much powerful bhakti is. That's why getting pure bhakti is very, very rare. Krishna doesn't give pure bhakti. We have to struggle for so many lifetimes, so much, then only we get the pure bhakti. Why? Because he doesn't want to become subservient to you. When he gives pure bhakti, he becomes subservient to the devotees of the Lord, like Narada Muni and Prahlad Maharaj. That's why we have to constantly nagging Krishna. Krishna, I want you. Krishna, I want you. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. 24 by 7, keep on nagging. Then say, this guy is not going to leave me alone. Okay, let me give bhakti. That much nagging we have to do Krishna to get his love and affection. That's what Mother Yashoda did. Okay, and those are some of the highlights on the Damodar Leela, right? And next big one is Indra Puja. I think you might have heard greatly that story of Lord Indra's, that when Nanda Maharaj was making preparations to worship Lord Indra, Krishna interferes and says that, why you are making for Lord Indra? Lord Indra, and this father says, no, Lord Indra is giving rain, so that the rain we are getting grain, etc., etc. He says that is his job, he has to do it. You don't have to please him. Right? Then he says, okay, what should we do? Okay, let us worship Hill Govardhan. So all the Brajavasis, you all know the story, Brajavasis started Govardhan worship. Then what happens? Indra gets mad. That is called, what you call, puffed up with power. Okay, and he was offended by Krishna. Oh, this small little boy, he said, I should not be worshipped. Rather, they are worshipping Govardhan Hill. So what did he do? He got very, very angry, and he called his clouds. He is in charge. Indradeva is the king of heavenly planets, right? He called the Samvardaka clouds. Samvardaka, come over here. We have seen many dramas on that one in our ISKCON Central, New Jersey before. Samvardaka clouds comes, and he orders Samvardaka clouds, please go and inundate whole Vrindavan. Inundate means fully with water, rains coming, coming, coming. And Brajavasis has no words. They're okay, they're thinking we did a mistake of not offering prayers to Indradeva because of the small boy words we heard and we did not worship. Now look at what's happening. All the rains are coming, etc., etc., and where there's no room for us to live. All the cows, cowherd boys, gopas, gopis, all they're bewildered. What should we do? It's a heavy rain, Samvardaka, continuously pouring. Then our little Krishna came and said, "Don't worry, I am here to help you." And he came and he lifted whole Govardhan hill on his left pinky. Left pinky. Left pinky is considered to be the most weak part in our body. So, with that most weak part of the body, he lifted the hill of Govardhan. And then all the Brajavasis took shelter under the um, Govardhan hill. And Brajavasis were thinking, this small boy, how is he lifting that? Maybe he was not able to hold it. Let us help him. They're putting all the big sticks, etc., and trying to put like this to Govardhan hill so that it won't fall down. So in Braj, nobody thinks Krishna is a god, right? And I was this Saturday I was talking in some Brajavasi's house. I'm giving class on Saturday, and that Brajavasi, I'm asking him to give arati, and he said, Prabhuji, I always they have Laddu Gopal in the house. Prabhuji, I never because this is the bhava of the he is from Mathura. This is the bhava of the Brajavasis. Prabhuji, I never think that Krishna is the supreme Lord. I have to pray to him. I always think that he is my Lala. I have to take care of him. So that is the Vaschalya, that's the mood of the Brajavasis who lives in Vrindavan area, that they think that Krishna is our Lala and we have to take care of him. We have to help him. We have to feed him. So that is their bhav. Their bhav. And with that bhav, when he lifted the hill of Govardhan, and all these Brajavasis, oh, small boy lifting, let us help him. They bring all the big sticks and try to put support to the hill so that it won't fall down. That's their assumption, right there in that bow. My small baby is doing these things in the same way. When our children try to do, we try to go and help them so that they can succeed in their whatever they are doing. So that's what it happened. So Lord Indra inundated fully with the all the clouds with the Vrindavan. Then when he saw that Krishna lifted the hill of Govardhan hill, and he took care of all the Brajavasis without any problem. Brajavasis happily 7 days fully rains, inundated. No problem. They're continuously happily on the Govardhan near in the below the Govardhan hill. They're enjoying like anything. They're singing Krishna songs and they're composing the songs on Krishna. Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan. Sri Govinda Gopinath Madana Mahan. Sham Kunda, Lala, Radha Kunda, Girigor. They're singing songs so beautifully. They're playing dances and they're getting much sumptuous prasadam than before. And all the Gopas, Goping are loving each other. And cows coming, they're giving milk. Abundantly milk is coming from them. Why? Because Krishna has expanded. Krishna is showing his mercy, all of them. They become so happy under Krishna. Is it possible that we can live like this forever? They're asking that question to Krishna. It is so happy you are lifting and we are living. So that is the environment Krishna created because of wrath of the Indra. Wrath. He got very mad and Sambhadaka. Krishna, okay, you are doing that. I can show my power also. We lifted that one. And at that point, Indra gets realization. Oh, what I am doing is not the right thing. So here, the Acharyas explain two things. One is Lord Indra is puffed up puffed up means proudish because of his power. I am a king of heaven. I can do whatever I want to do it. That's one thing. So to reduce that kind of power, Krishna is giving test for him so that he become humble. So this is Indra is a devotee of Krishna. And Krishna, what happens is that to make his devotees humble, he gives these kinds of tests. In our life also, I think, I'm sure all of you sitting here, you have more experience than I do. We get a lot of difficulties. Sometimes Krishna tests our patience. Sometimes Krishna takes away everything from us. Everything from us. He makes us like, see how much is depending on Krishna. Because we think with a false identity that I can defend myself. But Krishna says, okay, if there is a case, I'll see how you depend on me. So Krishna takes away everything in our life sometimes. Everything is gone. Then we come to the, okay, Krishna, you are only my Sharanagati. So at that point, Krishna comes into picture. So these things happens in our day-to-day activities and in our lives as well in some prayers. Okay. Here, now after seeing that, Indra coming and praying prayers to Krishna to ask him pardon. Okay. So what we will do, I'll just skim through the I just read these lines and explain to all of you. So here, and the first one, he is saying that Sukadeva Goswami said, Sukadeva Goswami telling this story to Parikshit Maharaj. After Krishna had lifted Govardhana hill and thus protected the inhabitants of Raja from the terrible rainfall, Surabhi, the mother of cows, came from her planet to see Krishna. She was accompanied by Indra. Am I audible, dear devotees? No issues, right?
That's right.
Okay, yeah. So Mother Surabhi also came. Surabhi is a cow. She came, and Indra. Indra was very ashamed of having offended the Lord. Approaching him in a solitary place, Indra fell down and lay his helmet, whose effulgence was brilliant as the sun, upon Lord's lotus feet. See, Indradeva is a not ordinary person. He's the king of heaven. He's the king of all the demigods. But because of that power, actually, this is all Leela. See, what happens is that Krishna, to perform these Leelas, he puts everybody into Yogamaya potency and they forget their Indra. For example, even Lord Sri Krishna, sometimes when we are talking about Krishna Katha, he comes and listens stories just like this. He forgets he is a god. They are in the Yogamaya potency. Arjuna, for example, is a liberated soul, but he was put into Yogamaya potency so that Krishna can deliver Bhagavad Gita through Arjuna. Okay? And whereas Parikshit Maharaj was saved when he was in the mother's womb, right? When Parikshit Maharaj was, Brahmastra came from Ashwatthama, he was saved from mother's womb, Uttara. She went to Krishna, Pahi mam, Rakshati. So Krishna saved her. Same Parikshit Maharaj was cursed by a Shrungi in died in 7 days. At that time, Krishna did not interfere. Why? Because Krishna knows time, place, circumstances, where to say, where not to say. Because he did not say Parikshit Maharaj, whole Bhagavatam was manifested. Look at the positive side of it. Okay. Same way, Indra was ashamed. He wanted to crumple the Indra's proud. Indra had now heard and seen transcendental power of omnipotent Krishna. He has seen when he lifted the Govardhan. And his false pride in being the Lord of three worlds was thus defeated. Indra is thinking, I am the only. Like even Brahma Vimochan Leela, Brahma was thinking, I am the greatest. Right? Brahma's proud also diminished. Same way, Indra. Holding his hands together, supplication, he addressed the Lord as follows. King Indra said, You transcendental form, a manifestation of pure goodness, in undisturbed by change, shining with a knowledge and devoid of passion and ignorance, in you does not exist the mighty flow of the modes of material nature, which is based on illusion and ignorance. Krishna is Sat Chitananda Vigraha. He is above the three modes of material nature. That's called Vasudeva platform. Shuddham Vishuddham Vasudeva Tattvam. That is Krishna's platform. Krishna is beyond mode of goodness. Nirguna. Traigunya Vishayaveda, the Traiguna Vishayaveda, Nirguna Traigunya Vishaya. Here says that transcendental form manifestation of pure goodness. Krishna is a pure goodness, that is Shuddham. Is undisturbed by change. No change can affect Krishna. Shining with knowledge, devoid of passion and ignorance. There is no question of passion and ignorance. Even there is no question of in mode of goodness also in Krishna, beyond goodness. And he's just praising the Lord. How then could there exist in you the symptoms of ignorant person, such as greed, lust, anger, and envy, which are produced by one's previous involvement in material existence, and which cause one to become further entangled in the material existence? And yet, the Supreme Lord, you impose punishment to protect religious principles and curb down the wicked. Okay, this is what Krishna's job is. He punishes us when time comes in so that devotees also face issues with Krishna. Why? Because sometimes we are in the false identity that I am the controller, and Krishna immediately crushes our pride. Would say, you are servant of the servant of the servant. You are the father and spiritual master of the entire universe, Krishna, and also the supreme controller. You are insurmountable prime. He is a time. Krishna is a time. Imposing punishment upon the sinful of their own benefit. See, Krishna is giving these sinful actions to for our own benefit so that we can come out of that situation and go back to Godhead. Why? Because Krishna loves you, that's why he's giving punishment to you. If Krishna doesn't care, he doesn't even interfere because he will go purely driven by karma. fruitive activities, karma. But since Krishna likes you, he puts you in different situations so that he can purify your consciousness. Indeed, in your various incarnations, selected you your own free will. You act decisively to remove false pride of those who presume themselves masters of this world. Look at that. You remove the false pride. We all have a false identity. We are the mind, intelligent, and false ego. That false ego is the one which is causing us to come back time and again, take the different shapes of the bodies. We have 8.4 million apartments. We have 8.4 million apartments. Each apartment is a one desire, and we go to that apartment, take that shape of the body based on the desires. That's why Krishna says that you decisively remove the false pride. And when you remove your false pride, you come the ego, the real ego. The real ego is, I am the servant of the Lord. Jivere Swarupai Krishnera Nityada. That is our identity. Then we are distorted from that identity. Prabhupada gives example when the sun is showing the water, when the waves are coming, sun looks like elliptical shape, disturbed. Why? Because of the air. Same way, we are originally the servant of the servant of the servant. Because of these three modes of material nature, our identity is shaken. Then we identify with the body. We identify with the body. Then, even fools like me, who proudly think themselves universal lords, now he's admitting, look at Indra, even fools like me is telling that. He's thinking universal lords, quickly give up their conceit directly to take the path of spiritually progressive when they see you are fearless even in the face of time. Thus, you punish the mischievous only to instruct them. So, he is telling that we proudly think we are the controllers of this world. We always, even in Avasa, we think we are controlling. Everything going as I'm planning. I am the master. No issues, Prabhuji. My plans are working perfectly. The moment our plans reverse, then we think, Hare, why it's not working? What happened to me? Why these things are like it? There is something supreme is controlling. Then we come to the God consciousness. Otherwise, we don't need God. We are the gods. Oh, I have money, I have a nice job, I have a wife, I am a God. No, no, no God. No, no. God is, show me God, show me God. The moment things turn upside down, anything could happen to anyone anytime. Krishna is so powerful. He will test our ignorance also sometimes. He tests our ability. That's why always Savai Mana Krishna Padaravindayor Vacham Shivaikuntha Gunana Varnane Karo Harir Manjara Majanadishu. Amrish Maharaj says always your drishti on the lotus feet of Krishna. Engrossed in pride over my ruling power, ignorant, your majesty, I offended you. Indra is saying, I offended you. Oh Lord, may you forgive me. Look at that. May, oh Lord, forgive me. My intelligence was bewildered. His intelligence was bewildered, confused. Bewildered means confused. We are all in the same stage like Indra. Our intelligence also bewildered totally because we think we are the controllers. But let my consciousness never again so be impure. Please help me so that my consciousness never again in this matter again impure. Because of the impurity of the consciousness, I acted like this. Please help me on that one. You descended into this world, O transcendent Lord, to destroy the warlords of the burden earth create many terrible disturbances. O Lord, you simultaneously act welfare of those who faithfully serve your lotus feet. Look at that. Krishna came here to reduce the mother. Because the Mother Earth went to Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma and demigods went to where? Kshirodakasai Vishnu, Shirasagara. Started praying the Purusha prayers. Sahasraksha, Sahasriksha, no, the Purusha. Then, hearing Purusha prayers, Kshirodaya comes and says, what's the issue? Mother Earth says, there are so many sinful activities on the land. I cannot bear any more. Then it's okay. I'll come to you. I'll come. Next, I'll come. And all of you, demigods also should play a role. All the demigods like Indra, everybody comes. That's why he's saying here that to warlords of who burden the earth created many terrible disturbances. That's why you came. Oh Lord, simultaneously act for the welfare of who faithfully serve your lotus feet, especially devotees. We faithfully serve the lotus feet of Krishna. And he also uh, act for the welfare. He gives the protection, welfare. Obeisance is unto you, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, O great soul, who are all pervading and who resides in the heart of all as a Paramatma, sitting in our heart on the left side below the heart. Paramatma is sitting in our heart. He gives. My obeisance is unto you, Krishna, the chief of Yadu dynasty. Krishna sitting in our heart. Sarvasya Sahamrisannivista, Matta Smritir Jnanam Apohanancha, Vedesa Sarvamaya Vedjo, Vedanta Truth, Vedavi Teha Chaham. Matta, remembrance, forget comes from Krishna, sitting in the heart. He is directing us. We ignore that. We ignore that. We don't have that sensitivity to hear what Paramatma is saying in our heart. Because Prabhupada says two birds, right? Again, same story, two birds. Yeah. Unto him who assumes transcendental bodies according to the desires of his devotees, unto him whose form itself is pure consciousness, unto him who is everything, who is the seed of everything, who is soul of all creatures. So Indra is praising who is Krishna. He is a Sarvakarana Karanam. Nothing happens without you. Unto him who is everything. He is everything. Krishna is everything. And also assumes bodies according to the desires of his devotees. Whatever desires we have, whatever we develop those desires, the Krishna gives next body. That is to the agency of material nature. Nobody can escape that. Whatever desires, propensities, inclinations we develop in this lifetime, the next body would be awarded to us. Nobody can escape. We are all driven by these karmic reactions if you are not in the devotional service to the Supreme Lord. Purely driven. Material nature forces you to take such a particular body based upon our desires. It will give you certain number of certain parents. We cannot choose parents in our case. Why? It will be driven by karma. That's why to become akarma, that's why we have to do devotional service to Krishna, which is akarma. That there is no question of any reactions. Either good or bad doesn't matter. Even good also brings us back, but we don't want good also. Good or bad is bad for us. Why? Because it brings us back. We don't want that. My dear Lord, when my sacrifice was disrupted, I became fiercely angry because of false pride. When, dear Lord, my sacrifice, when Nanda Maharaj was thinking of sacrificing Krishna, okay, he was disturbed and he became angry. He's telling the fact now. Thus, I tried to destroy your cowherd community with a severe rain and wind. Okay. O Lord, you have shown mercy to me by shattering my false pride and defeating my attempt. Look at that, how honestly he's agreeing. Shattering my false pride. You make into pieces into my false pride and defeating my attempt to punish Vrindavana. Who is he to punish, Indra? To punish Vrindavana? He is agreeing, please excuse me. To you, Supreme Lord, spiritual master and the Supreme Soul, I have now come for your shelter, for your shelter. Look at that, how he is praying. Sukadeva Goswami said, the glorified by Indra, Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, smiled and then spoke to him as follows in a voice resonant like the clouds. Krishna's everything what Krishna does is very beautiful. His voice is like a resonant like the clouds. Hmm? The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Indra, it was out of mercy that I had stopped the sacrifice meant for you. You were greatly intoxicated by your opulence as King of Heaven, and I wanted you to always remember me. Look at that, there is a story behind that. Why Krishna did this way? Because Indra forgot. To remember Krishna, he acted this whole enactment. Okay. A man blinded by intoxication with his power and opponents cannot see me nearby with the rod of punishment in my hand. Anybody remember where this Kunti Maharani in the first canto, 7th or 8th chapter, Kunti prayers, she says that who cannot get Krishna? Janmaishwarya Srutasi Yeda Puman. Third line, remember? Then she says, Twamakinchana Gocharam. Twamakinchana Gocharam means a person, Janma Aishwarya Srutasi, higher parentage, hmm? Beauty, education, money, these four things are impediments to the devotional service. Twamakinchana Gocharam, they cannot get Krishna. Same thing had happened because of his power. Huh? If I desire his welfare, I drag him down to his materially fortunate position. That's what Krishna does the devotees. If you are falsely pride, he will remove our pride with some punishments, small punishments. Indra, you may go now. You may now go. Execute my order and remain in your appointed position as king of heaven. But be sober without false pride. He's giving a warning. This warning for all of us, not only for Indra, all of us. Because, as I said, we think we are the controllers. Remember, we have our free will, whatever 0.001% free will. Other than that, everything happens by the mercy of Krishna only. We have to remember that. When you use that free will for the service of Krishna, Krishna becomes very happy. Everything happens automatically in our lives. We don't have to worry about that as long as he's there. That commitment has to be there. When the commitment is there, compassion comes from Krishna. Okay? So, Mother Surabhi, along with her progeny, the cows, then offered her obeisances to Lord Krishna, respectfully requesting his attention. The gentle lady addressed the Supreme Lord, who was present before her as a cowherd boy. So, Surabhi cow came from the spiritual world to offer milk to Krishna. Because Surabhi is a cow, she gives infinite milk to Krishna. She also came. Mother Surabhi said, "O Krishna, Krishna, the greatest of mystics, Krishna is the greatest of mystics. O soul and origin of the universe. He is the origin of the universe. Sarvakarana Karanam. Ishavasyam Idam Sarvam. Everything belongs to Krishna in this world. We are just claiming falsely everything is ours. Krishna owns everything. We are just a proprietor taking care of it. After that, we have to leave and just proceed in the life. We cannot take things control forever and do it. Give up. Give up. Proceed. We need to have an exit plan. I always say that. What is our exit plan from this material world? Exit plan is very strong. Our exit plan. Where I'm going to go after this death. That is our exit. We had a plan for that. We are already reaching, I'm more older of most of you. I need to have an exit plan where I'm going to go after this. That plan has to be perfectly planned. Okay, whatever happens at Krishna's, but we need to have a plan for that exit plan. You are the master of the world, and by your grace, O infallible Lord. What the infallible is? Achyuta. Achyuta means what? Faultless. Krishna is always faultless, infallible Lord. Krishna never does any mistake. That looks like a mistake for us, but he does with intention with that one. We have you as our master. You are worshipable deity. Therefore, O Lord of the universe, for the benefit of the cows, the Brahmanas, the demigods, and all other saintly persons, please become our Indra. He is saying that, requesting the Supreme Lord, you take care of us, you become Indra, you rule all of us. That's what actually he does. Krishna does rule. Right? He's worshipping benefit of cows. He is a this one. Then 21, ordered by Lord Brahma, we shall perform your bathing ceremony to coronate you as Indra. O soul of the universe, you descend to this world to relieve the burden of earth. You know, actually, why Damodar Lila was enacted? Anybody knows on the call? Why Damodar Lila was enacted? I'll tell the small story here. When Krishna, I think 5 years old, so Krishna ate a mud, right? And everybody complained to Mother Yashoda, your son is eating mud. She comes and opens the mouth. When the open mouth was open, she sees entire cosmic creation, including herself and Vrindavan. Then she becomes like dizziness. Okay, this is a child, what's happening? Then immediately she start preparing a arati. Oh, she's a god, give arati, incense, everything she's getting ready. Then Krishna thought, it backfired me. I thought of just divert her attention, but she's thinking I'm a god. Then I have to again make her to believe that I am not a god. Then he enacts the Damodar Leela. But why Krishna eats that mud is because he thinks that I came 5 years back. I did not do anything to Mother Earth. So when Krishna touches the mud, takes from the earth to the mouth, the moment Krishna touches Mother Earth, Mother Earth becomes so ecstatic. So ecstatic. The moment he takes little mud, puts in the mouth, Mother Earth feels her 50% of the burden is relieved already. The moment he touches the earth and takes the mud. So that is the Leela. That's why Mother Earth is just waiting for Krishna's arrival. Just so when he is that small amount of mud, Mother Earth feels so much relieved from her all the sinful actions going on the earthly planet. Sukadeva Goswami said, having thus appealed to Lord Krishna, Mother Surabhi performed his bathing ceremony with her own milk, and Indra, ordered by Aditi and other mothers of the demigods, anointed the Lord with heavenly Ganges water from the trunk of Indra's elephant river Airavata. Thus, in the company of the demigods and great sages, Indra coronated Lord Krishna, the descendant of Dasaraha, and gave him the name Govinda. So, the Govinda name was given to Krishna by. Actually, I learned today this one also. I was not aware of before. Indra gave name Govinda. So, Govinda, I think you all know the sense, right? One is Govinda means like who gives the pleasure to the senses. And also Govinda means who is the protector of the cows as well. Govinda. When you go to Tirupati, Govinda, 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 right? That's what we say. Then on the here in the conclusion, he says Tumburu, Narada and other Gandharvas, along with the Vidyadhara, Siddhas and Charnas came there to sing the glories of Lord Hari, which Mataji was singing, Niru Mataji was singing before we joined this call, right? She was singing nicely Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Like that, they are singing, which purify the entire world. We do Harinam Sankirtan, right? We do Nagar Sankirtans, etc. Why? Because the moment Hare Krishna Maha Mantra goes out, the atmosphere becomes so surcharged with the spiritual energy. Also, when you're chanting, we are told to chant little louder. At least we can hear ourselves. And also, the krimikitakas, the insects surrounding, they get also liberated by hearing this voice as well. That much powerful Maha Mantra is called Maha Mantra. Mantra, man means mind. Tra means which protects. Which protects mind is called mantra. That mantra protects our mind, our evil thoughts, and all things will be slowly, slowly eradicated when we practice Maha Mantra. Right, that's the beauty. That means the Krishna has, as I said before also, Krishna has manifested, sorry, not, Krishna has invested, sorry, not manifested. Krishna invested his energies in the Nama. Nama, Guna, Rupa, Leela. Everything in the name of Krishna. And that's why in Kali Yuga, Nama is very shrestha. Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. There is a wish fulfilling desire for the Nama of Krishna. That powerful. Mahaprabhu says, Nam Nama Kari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shakti Tatrapita Nimita Smaranena Kala. Nam Namakari Bauda Nijasarva Shakti means all the Shakti of Krishna he took from his body and he poured into that Nama. Now, so when you chant, you can see his Nama manifest. Now, Guna, qualities, Rupa, you can see fame of Krishna, and Leela, you can participate in the pastimes of Krishna. When you sincerely chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra after taking the initiation from the bona fide spiritual Acharya, you all and the level of bhava and prema you can see the pastimes happening in the spiritual world sitting in your apartment complex. You don't have to go anywhere. And bhava prema level, you fully you know your spiritual identity, because we have siddha dehas, we have spiritual identity, and you can feel with that identity you can participate in your leela in the nitya leelas of Krishna. That powerful name of Krishna is which purify the entire world. And the wives of the demigods, filled with joy, danced together in the Lord's honor. We do this kind we do dance, right? That's an honor to respect the Lord. The most eminent demigods chanted the praises of the Lord and scattered wonderful showers of flowers all around him. All three worlds felt supreme satisfaction, and the cows drenched the surface of the earth with their milk. They met wet whole earth with their milk because Surabhi cows and the cow, they give infinite milk comes from their udders. Hmm? Rivers flowed with various kinds of tasty liquids. Trees exuded honey. Edible plants came to maturity without cultivation, and hills gave forth jewels formerly hidden in their interiors. Look at that. Every object in this creation has became so joyous by presence of Krishna. Presence of Krishna. Why? Rivers flowed with various kinds of tasty liquids. The water is tasting so nice, tastes like a honey. Exuded with trees exuded honey, trees giving honey. Edible plants came to maturity without cultivation. The plants, small plants, without any cultivation, they started giving fruits. And hills gave forth jewels. Formerly, if you go to mountains, etc., they hid some gold mines, etc. All the jewels are coming from the interior of the, because it's a joyous. Krishna is there. They give everything for the sake of Krishna. Everything. O Parikshit, beloved the Kuru dynasty, upon the ceremonial bathing of Lord Krishna, all creatures, even those cruel by nature, became entirely free of enmity. This is the one of the today morning also we are reading on Srimad Bhagavatam. Enmity, how enviousness is dangerous. Hmm? After he had ceremoniously bathed Lord Govinda, who is the master of the cows and the cowherd community, King Indra took Lord's permission and, surrounded by the demigods and other higher beings, returned to his heavenly abode without any proud. So, because I just want to say one enmity, I just have one shloka here. Today morning we read this Srimad Bhagavatam. Here, if you look at this shloka and its translation here, Prabhupada writes so beautifully. When the luminaries in the sky, such as the moon, the sun, and the stars, are reflected in liquids like oil or water, they appear to be different shapes, sometimes round, sometimes long, and so on. Because of the movements of the wind, similarly, when the living entity, the soul, is absorbed in materialistic thoughts, he accepts various manifestations of his own identity because of ignorance. Because we lose our real identity, because we are disturbed, as if you take the water in a glass and see the sun shape becomes elliptical sometimes because of based on the waves of the air. Same way, our identity being the servant of the Lord has been disturbed by these waves of three modes of material nature. In other words, one is bewildered by mental concoctions because of agitation from the material mode of nature. Okay. In the next, quickly he writes here about though, therefore, since, look at that, envious, impious activities cause a body in which one suffers in the next life. Envious, impious activities cause a body which one suffers in the next life. Why should one act impiously? Why should we act like that? Considering one's welfare, one should not envy anyone. One should not envy anyone. For an envious person must always fear harm from his enemies, either in this life or next. So the enviousness is out of six kama, krodha, moha, mada, matsarya, all these six enemies, the one item which is envious, we are all envious by nature. Oh, you said, no, Prabhuji, I'm not envious. No, you are envious. I am envious. Because of envious nature only, we took birth from Krishna. If you are non envious, we could have not come to this planet, first of all. Because we are envious, we took birth from Krishna. We are envious of Krishna to begin with. Then how you can say I'm not envious? We are envious. But how to eradicate that enviousness? And on top of that, we become envious with the people. Oh, somebody has this much, somebody has that much, this, that. That envious nature has to be completely eradicated so that we should not take birth again. See, if somebody is too envious, as per the Shastra, you become a snake in the next lifetime. Envious means you become a snake in the next lifetime because snake is very envious. So envious nature is the one we should be try to, and enviousness is the one we cannot offer to Krishna. For example, kama, krodha, lobha, we can offer to Krishna. For example, krodha, we can offer to Krishna. How? For example, Lord Anjaneya, he went to Lanka, he burnt Lanka. There's anger. But that service to Lord Ramachandra. So we can give these to Krishna, but envious nature is the one which cannot offer to Krishna. We should be very, very consciously try to avoid this envious nature, envy of somebody else. That brings us back, it is like a abominable bodies we'll get in the next lifetimes. So, an envious person must always fear harm from his enemies, either in this life or in the next life also it could happen. So you are making your hands is in your, sorry, your future in your hands, dear devotees. You want to become go back to Godhead, or you want to come back again? No, you collect every lifetime, you collect some points. You suppose you need 100 points to go back to Godhead. Okay, in this lifetime I collected 10 points. Okay, next lifetime as per 2.40. Again, Krishna gives human body, Vaishnava's house, you collect 10 more points, 10 more points. So you keep on taking birth. But our duty is not collect little points. Collect all the points in this lifetime, go back to Godhead once for all. We don't want to take any steps. Prabhupada gave all the ammunition, tools, everything is given to us how to go back to Godhead. Krishna is not asking any great sacrifice from you. Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam is enough for me. Just always remember me, never forget me. Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. That's Paribhasha Sutra of Bhagavad Gita. Each Paribhasha Sutra means that the whole crux of Bhagavad Gita is what? Sambandha Gyan. That Sambandha Gyan is always remember Krishna, never forget. That Sambandha has to be formed. Relationship has to be formed with the Supreme Lord. Always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. In a sleep, 24 by in our consciousness, Mahamantra is going on. Don't give up Mahamantra. Sleeping, restroom, the moment you get up, immediately open your eyes, Hare Krishna comes to your mind. The moment you put step on the floor from the bed, Hare Krishna is coming. The moment you enter into the kitchen, Hare Krishna coming. The moment you are making chapatis, Hare Krishna. Wherever, whenever, take Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That's the way to remember Krishna. You don't have to by heart 700 slokas of Bhagavad Gita, 18,000 slokas of Bhagavatam. Not needed. Just all these things we are doing to remember Krishna only. That's the whole final point is to remember Krishna. We are reading all these shastras so that our conviction gets stronger. Okay. So what I would do, I think I have spoken enough. Any questions from the devotees or anybody would like to add any points I might have missed? Please open up your, unmute your mics and please
Hare
add
Krishna
some.
Prabhuji, Danvat Pranam.
Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Before I joined Hare Krishna, I was in Mayavad, and we had a prayer, and we used to say, "I'm a God just like Krishna. I'm a God like a Mahavir Bhagwan. I'm like God like a Rishabh Bhagwan." I have done that kind of prayer so many times. So what happens? How do I eradicate now?
No, because you did that prayers, Krishna got mercy on you, sent to ISKCON.
Okay,
You are
that's a good
fine now.
thing.
You are saved now. You are
But we
perfect.
used to do that prayer. So where
Because
and
because you did that, Krishna has, this devotee is very sincere to me, and she doing these ones. Okay, let me send her to in ISKCON of Central New Jersey, then she'll be saved. He sent it to you here. That's it. You're saved now.
that's a nice thought of
Yeah, you're saved
nice
now.
of you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because the journey of the soul, Mataji.
Right.
Journey of the soul. So, see, some of who are present, including me, some of us are Mayavadis in the previous lifetime. Some of us are Brahmavadis. Some are all Rishis in the previous lifetimes. That's why Krishna says, Bahunam Janmanamante Jnanavan Mam Prapajyate Vasudevam Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudurlabha. After taking many lifetimes, one comes to the Vasudeva platform. Vasudevan Sarvamiti. Now we are accepting Krishna is everything. We have went through all those steps. Somebody might have not even gone all steps. Somebody might have gone directly. So if you take each person history, somebody could be a Mayavadi, somebody could be a yogi, somebody could be a this, that, everything. Now we all came this platform, Vasudevam Sarvamiti. Samahatma Sudurlabha. Those people are very rare. How many people have an ISKCON all over the globe? About 6 or 7 billion population. 0.0001 people are ISKCON people. Those are the Samahatma Sudurlabha. They're very rare people who come to Krishna. Accepting Krishna is everything. All Vaishnavism, basically, all Vaishnavas. Four Sampradaya Vaishnavas are secure to go back to Godhead, or they're accepting Dvaita philosophy from Advaita to Dvaita. Thank you for sharing that, Mataji. I really appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
Anybody else on the call would like to add some points? I missed a lot of points right now. Everybody's in the mute. Okay, dear devotees, if you don't have any questions, let's, what is the next we do Damodarastakam, am I correct?
Now we'll go through the Vrajamandal Parikrama.
Oh, Prabhuji, I don't have that. You want to share it?
Yeah, I'll share it. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you, Govardhan Bhakta Prabhu. Nice class. Thank you. So we'll go for the next segment of the program. Let me, okay, can you stop sharing?
Sure.
Okay, so
नारायण की जय।
are you able to hear? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So this we are continuing from yesterday that we were going through the Badrinath. So this is the Adi Badrinath. The Lord's pastime is going to Kadambakanda Maharaj is going to speak, and then we'll go continue the yatra to Badrinath. Okay. So listen carefully and be there in Badrinath. Thank you. Hare Krishna. They're a little buffering. I'll be okay. Maybe I'll come in shortly. Yeah. Let's see. Let me take this again. I think that's some buffering.
So the deities of Narayan, Indra, when Indra saw all that tapasya, then Indra was getting concerned because Indra knows that the person who is performing the greatest austerity and making the greatest sacrifice, that person is accruing a lot of punya. And the one who has the most punya will get the position of Indra. So Indra is always worried. Although Indra has the topmost position in the universe, he's worried that there might be a living entity who gets more punya than him. And then he loses his position. He loses his job. So therefore, Indra, when he sees that some yogi or some personalities are performing too many great austerities, then Indra has these heavenly dancing girls and so on that he arranges, and they come over, ankle bells tinkle, 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 and to distract the minds of the sages, and usually that does the job. Right? But in the case of Narayan, that had absolutely no effect whatsoever. And rather, then what happened? Then all these illusory forms of beautiful female forms started to emanate from their bodies. And then Indra actually became bewildered, and they showed to be transcendental, to be Hare Krishna. So we are simply praying to become transcendental to the influence of Maya. So we are here, we have spent time in Vrindavan now. It is the end of Kartik. Many of us are getting ready to leave, either today, tomorrow, next few days. And again, we'll leave this transcendental abode where Krishna consciousness is natural. In the Holy Dham, Krishna consciousness is everywhere. Wherever you go, there is someone worshipping Krishna. The residents greet us with Radhe. There are little temples everywhere. There are so many holy places related to Krishna that are being remembered and where Krishna is being worshipped. Everywhere one can remember Krishna here. In this Dham, Krishna consciousness is very natural. But when we go back to the West, then Krishna consciousness is very localized. There's the temple in an ocean of Maya. And all around us is Maya. So it is appropriate now, at the end of our journey, to pray to Narayan to be protected from Maya. Because, Maya is very strong. Right? And it's like, it's difficult. Not only is Maya outside of us, but Maya is also inside of us. So because Maya is inside of us, we are weak. If Maya is not inside, it's easy, then we choose for Krishna. But because inside our heart there is Maya already, therefore, then when we externally get confronted with Maya, then we get, so difficult. And we may fall prey to Maya. Narayan, they were both transcendental personalities, so Maya had no influence on them whatsoever. So we also pray that we may be transcendental to the influence of Maya. So that is a suitable meditation here. And the other one is, yes, that we have to do what it takes. We have to rise to the occasion. Rising to the occasion means you don't know what's going to come on the path. You don't know what's going to happen on the spiritual path. But you have to rise to the occasion and deal with whatever comes up. And if you would know before, you would say, I'm not going. Any of you, if you would have known that it was so long, you probably wouldn't have joined this parikram. But somehow or other we tricked you and, said, oh, what is this place? We have never been. Yes. Usually we don't go there, let us go. Yes, now you know why people usually don't go here. Because it's very difficult to go here. And so many unknown obstacles come on the path, unexpected. And somehow or other we have to rise to the occasion and deal with it and remain fixed on the goal. So the spiritual path is like that. We have to rise to the occasion. Whatever comes on our path, choose for Krishna in any situation. That's what it means. Rise to the occasion means choose for Krishna. We don't know what will come. So many things come. In my life, so many things already happened that like by now, I'm not easily surprised, what to say. But let us somehow or other keep our focus. Choose for Krishna, take shelter of Krishna, as good as we can in the given situation. Maybe it was a little hard to chant on the bus. But then again, they say that when we're chanting that the holy name is dancing. So, in that way, not only was the holy name dancing, my beatback was dancing as well, and the whole bus was dancing. Every bone in my body was dancing. It feels also like that. And there is still, I have news for you, dear devotees. There is still the way back. Anyhow, so it will be an exciting day.
Jai, that was wonderful nectar flowing from the mouth of His Holiness Kadam and Swami Maharaj. Request all of you to thank Maharaj one more time with a loud Hari Bol. Hari Bol! So now, dear devotees, let us all get started. Let's stand up, pick up our bags, don't miss anything behind, and let's start walking, move ahead to the next destination. Hare Krishna.
As we leave the valley, there's mention of Haridwar and Har Ki Pauri, which are not far from our left. In the Himalayas, Haridwar is in the foothills, and Har Ki Pauri is a spiritual landmark in Haridwar. We turn right and head back toward the Nara Narayan temple. The last place we visit before going back to the Nara Narayan temple is the Yogamaya temple. Offering our prostrated obeisances, we pray to Yogamaya Devi to give us shelter so that we can serve Krishna to his fullest satisfaction. In the Bhagavad Gita 7:25, the Lord explains that he is Yogamaya Samavritaha, covered by his internal potency. Simple living and high thinking is a natural and integral aspect of the parikrama experience. Devotees who have traveled thousands of miles to participate in this pilgrimage never imagined that life could be stripped down to such rudimentaries. The water here is the murkiest we've encountered. Our clothes take on a rusty color. We bathe in the open air. A colony of red ants, thousands. A colony of red ants surrounds the pump, adding to the austerity of pumping water. After all, this is Badrik Ashrama, where austerity is a normal part of life. Srila Prabhupada writes that tapasya means the voluntary acceptance of bodily pains to achieve a higher end. Such experiences also give us insight into the lives of the 6 Goswamis. Srinivasacharya describes in his Shad Goswamastika how the Goswamis' lives were free from the burden of material opulence. They were always merged in the ecstatic ocean of the gopis' love for Krishna, and bathed always and repeatedly in the waves of that ocean. By following their instructions, we may begin to feel their presence and maybe one day taste a drop from that nectarine ocean of love. We take advantage of this auspicious day to follow in their footsteps as best we can. Our foremost sacrifice, our yajna, is the Sankirtan yajna. We forget our bodily demands so we can dive into an ocean of sweet kirtans, classes, readings, and discussions about the Lord. In this way, we can continue our progressive search for Him. The evening sky is full of stars, just as it was yesterday. Some devotees sing bhajans late into the night, saturating the air with their devotion.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. This has been such a wonderful, blissful day performing the parikrama on the Adi Badri, right up the Trikut Parvat, right into the Lakshman Jula, beautiful Yamuna Ji's darshan in the form of deity, and also Har Ki Puri. So I'm sure and I'm positive that you all have had a blissful time taking darshan of all these wonderful places and also listening to the wonderful nectar through the mouth of His Holiness Kadam Kanan Swami Maharaj. Now, I would request all of you to let us get started, let us get ready for the wonderful evening session where we're going to offer our lamps to Sri Radha Damodar. So, singing along with the Damodar Ashtakam, followed by the Gopi Geet. So, welcome all of you to this wonderful evening session. Hare Krishna.
Namam Ishwaram Sakshi.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Are we doing ours?
Hare Krishna,
Damodar
yes.
Ashtakam.
Yes, we are going to do our Damodar Ashtakam. So let me share the screen so that we can. Okay, so let me see. Let us sing. Vasunda Madaji, are you able to sing today or still cooking?
I
Are you
can
there?
try, Prabhuji, but my voice is not good.
That's okay. Try. Everybody should try. It's a very wonderful opportunity.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So let me. Yeah. Okay. Please go ahead.
Hare Krishna. Namamishwaram Satchidanandarupam Lasatkundalam Gokule Bhrajamanam
नमामीश्वरं
ईश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपम् लसत्कुण्डलं
लसत्कुण्डलकोले
गोकुले
व्रजमानम्
व्रजमानम्
यशोदाभियोलुकलादवमा परामृष्टमत्यन्ततो धृत्य
यशोदाभियोलुकलाधवमानम् परामृष्टम् अत्यन्ततुलम्
रुदन्तं मुहुर्नेत्रयुग्मं कराम्भोजयुग्मेन सातङ्कनेत्रम्
रुदन्दं
मुहुर्नेत्रयुगमेन
मुहुर्नेत्रयुग्मम्
भ्रजन्तम्
कराम्भोजयुग्मेन
कराभोजयुग्मेन
सातङ्कनेत्रम्
सातङ्कनेत्रम्
मुहुः श्वासकम्पत्रिरेखाङ्ककण्ठ स्थितग्रैव दामोदरं भक्तिबद्धम्
मुहुश्वासकम्पत्रिरेकङ्गकण्ठा
मुहुःश्वासकम्पतिरेखाकण्ठ
जघ्रैवं
स्थितग्रीवं
दामोदरं
दामोदरं
भक्तिबद्धम्
भक्तिपदम्
इति दृक्स्वलीलाभिरानन्दकुन्दे स्वघोषं निमज्जन्तमाख्यापयन्तम्
इति
इति दृक्लाभि
दृक्सलीलाभिरानन्दकुन्दे
आनन्दकुण्डे
सुघोषं
स्वघोषं
निमज्जन्तम्
निमज्जन्तम्
अख्यापयन्तम्
आख्यापयन्तम्
तदीयेषिताग्नेषु भक्तैर्जितत्वं पुनः प्रेमतस्तं सतावृत्ति
तदीयेषिदात्मेषु
तदीयेषितैर्नेषु भक्ते
भक्तिर्जितत्वम्
जितात्माम्
पुनः
पुनः
प्रेमतः
प्रेमतस्तं सतावृति
सदावृत्तिम्
वन्दे
वरं देव मोक्षं न मोक्षावधिं वा न चान्यं वृणेऽहं वरेशादपीह
वरं
वरं
देव
देवमोक्षं न
मोक्षं न मोक्षं
मोक्षं वा
वधिं वा
न
न
चान्यं वृणेऽहं
चान्यवृणेऽहं वरेशादपिह
इदं देव पुर्णाध गोपालबालम् सदा मे मनस्याविरास्तां किमन्ये
इदं
इदन्ते पूर्णाथ
गोपालबालं
गोपालबालं
सदा
सदा
मे
मे
मनस्यावि
मनस्या विरास्तं किमन्ये
इदं ते मुखाम्भोजमत्यन्तनीलैर्वृतं कुन्तलैः स्निग्धरक्तैश्च गोप्या
इदं ते
इदन्ते
मुखं
मुखभोजम् अत्यन्तनीले
तं
वृतं
कुण्डले
कुन्तले स्निग्धा
स्निग्धरक्तस्य
रक्तेश्च
गोप्या
गोप्या
मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्बरक्तधरं मे मनस्या विरास्ताम् आलं लक्षलाभै
मुहुश्चुम्बिदं
मुहुश्चुम्बितं
बिम्बारकाधरम्
बिम्बरक्ताधरं मे
मनस्या
मनस्या विरास्तां
विराट्तुमालं
मलं
लक्षलाभे
लक्षलाभे
नमो देवदामोदरानन्तविष्णो प्रसीद प्रभो दुःखजालाब्धिमग्नम्
नमो
नमो
देवदामोदरन्तविष्णो
देवदामोदरानन्दविष्णो प्रसीद
प्रसीद प्रभो
दुःखजालाभिभग्नम्
दुःखजलाब्धिमग्नम्
कृपादृष्टिवृष्ट्यातिदीनं बतानु गृहाणे समामाज्ञामेध्यक्षिदृश्य
कृपादृष्टिवृष्ट्यति
कृपादृष्टिवृष्यादिदीनं
न
वदानो
बन्धानो
गृहाणि
गृहाणे
समास्न
समामेघ्न
एदक्षिदृश्या
कुबेरात्मजौ बद्धमूर्त्येव यद्वत् त्वया मोचितौ भक्तिभाजौ कृतौ च
कुबेरात्मजो
कुबेरात्मजौ
बद्धमूर्तेव
बद्धमुक्तैव
यदत
यद्वा Tvaya
Tvaya
mochito
mochito
bhakti
bhakti
bhajo
bhajo krutocha.
तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकं मे प्रयच्छ न
Tatha
मोक्षे ग्रहो मेऽस्ति दामोदरेह
tada prema
Tatha prema
bhakti
bhaktin
sukame
swakam me
priyacha
prayaksha
namokshe
namokshe
griho
graho me
mishti
sti
damodareha.
damodareha.
नमस्तेऽस्तु दाम्ने स्तुरदीप्तिदाम्ने त्वदीयोदरायाध विश्वस्य धाम्ने
Namaste
Namaste
Dhamne
tu tamne
Dipti
surat
Dhamne
dipti damne
Tadiyodharayadha
diyodraya
Vishwasya
viswasya
Dhamne.
damne.
नमो राधिकायै त्वदीया प्रियायै नमो नन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम्
Namo
Namo
Radhikaya
Radhikaye
Todiya
Tvadiya
Priyaye
Priyaye
Namo
Namo Nanda
Nandalilaya
Lilaya
Devaya
Devaya
Tubhyam.
Tubhyam.
नमस्तेऽस्तु दाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिदाम्ने त्वदीयोदरायाध विश्वस्य धाम्ने
Namaste
Namaste tu
Sudhamne
Damane Spurit
Suradipti Dhamne
Damane
Namo
Tvadiyo Daraya
Yodharayadha
Viswasya
Vishwasya
Dhamane.
Dhamne.
नमो राधिकायै त्वदीया प्रियायै नमो नन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम्
Namo
Namo
Radhikaya
Radhikaye
Todiya
Tvadiya
Priyaye
Priyaye
Namo
Namo
Nandalilaya
Nandalilaya
लीलाय
Devaya
देवाय
Tubhyam.
तुभ्यम् हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा हरे रामा 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 हरे हरे
Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
हरे
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
हरे हरि बोल
Radha Damodar ji ki jai.
जय
Okay, so let's go with the translation. Please go ahead and read it.
To the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge, and bliss, whose shark shaped earrings and are swinging to and fro, who is beautifully shining in the divine realm of Gokula, who, due to the offense of breaking the pot of yogurt that his mother was churning into butter and then stealing the butter that was kept hanging from his wing, is quickly running from the wooden grinding motor in fear of Mother Yasoda, but who has been caught from behind by her, who ran after him with greater speed. To that Supreme Lord Sri Damodara, I offer my humble obeisances.
Seeing the
Seeing
whipping
the,
stick
go
in
ahead.
his mother hand. Oh, go ahead, Ashish Prabhu.
No, Babu, Mataji, आप go ahead.
Seeing the whipping stick in this mother's hand, he is crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes are filled with the fear, and the necklace of pearls is around his neck, which is marked with the three lines like a conch shell, is shaking because of his quick breathing due to crying. To this Supreme Lord, Sri Damodar, whose belly is bound not with the ropes, but with his mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisance.
By such childhood pastimes as this, he is drowning the inhabitants of Gokula in pools of ecstasy and is revealing to those devotees who are absorbed in knowledge of his supreme majesty and opulence that he is only conquered by the devotees whose pure love is imbued with intimacy and is free from all conception of awe and reverence. With great love, I again offer my obeisances to Lord Damodara hundreds and hundreds of times. Damodara ki jai. Radha Damodar ki jai.
Yeah. Next one. Please go ahead. This Karthik, dear devotees.
O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon which may be obtained by executing the 9 processes of bhakti. O Lord, I simply wish that this form of yours as Balagopala in Vrindavana may ever be manifest in my heart. For what is the use to me of any other boon besides this? Hare Krishna.
I can read, Prabhuji.
Yes, please go ahead.
O Lord, your lotus face, which is encircled by the locks of soft black hair tinged with the red, is kissed again and again by Mother Yashoda, and your lips are reddish like the bimba fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other meditations are no use to me.
O Lord, O Supreme Godhead, I offer my obeisances unto you, O Damodara, O Ananta, O Vishnu, O Master of my Lord, be pleased upon me by showering your glance of mercy upon me. Deliver this poor ignorant fool who is immersed in an ocean of worldly sorrows and become visible to my eyes. Hare
Yeah.
Krishna.
O Lord Damodara, just as the 2 sons of Kubera, Manigriva and Nalakuvara, were delivered from the curse of Narada and made into great devotees by you, in your form as a baby, tied with rope to a wooden grinding mortar, in the same way, please give to me your Prema Bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire for any kind of liberation.
Yeah. Thank you. Next one. Everybody shall read. O Lord Damodara, I first of all offer my obeisance to the brilliantly effulgent robe which binds your belly. I then offer my obeisance to your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe. Humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimati Radharani. I offer all obeisances to you, the Supreme Lord who displays unlimited pastimes. Jai Shri Shri Radha Damodar Ji ki Jai.
Jai.
Thank you so much, dear devotees. So we are getting closer to the Kartik. November 5th is the last day of Kartik, but we have a few more days, maybe around 10 more days. Less than that, maybe a week. Yeah. One more week. That's what it is. So please be there. Please concentrate more. And there is also the last 5 days of Kartik is very, very important. It's called Bhishma Panchak. And one can pay the, at least that takes some of the serious and sincere efforts to engage in the loving devotional service. I'm going to request for that. And thank you so much. Let's conclude chanting together. Vancha kalpatarupasya.
Kalpatarusya
Kripasindhubhyo
कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च
parinadam pavanebhyo.
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो
Vaishnavebhyo namo
वैष्णवेभ्यो
namaha. Vaishnavrinda ki jai.
की जय
Jai, jai, jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
की जय
Gaudiya Vaishnavrinda ki jai. Shri Shri Radha
जय
Damodar ki jai. Hare Premanandi. Hari Hari Bol.
हरि बोल
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.